What kind of world throws a little black girl out for asking a simple question? 10-year-old Maya walked into Belmont Grill at noon, holding a note from her father, only to be humiliated by the manager in front of everyone. "We don't serve charity cases here," he sneered, tearing her note apart. But what he didn't know was that the girl he mocked owned more of that restaurant than he ever would. Engines began to roar outside, 9 luxury cars pulling up one by one. The noon sun poured through the windows of Belmont Grill, a high-end restaurant in downtown Atlanta. Laughter filled the air until the glass doors opened and a small black girl, around 10, stepped inside, holding a little purse and a folded note. She smiled timidly. "Excuse me, sir, my dad asked me to reserve a table for lunch." The manager, a tall man in a gray suit, froze. His smile vanished. "Sweetheart," he said loudly, drawing attention from nearby tables, "this place isn't for takeout." She blinked, confused. "No, sir," he said, "I said we don't serve charity cases here," he snapped, snatching the note from her hand. A hush fell over the room. People stared. A woman whispered, "Poor kid." But no one moved. The manager's tone hardened. "You can wait outside, all right? You'll feel more comfortable out there." He waved toward the door. She hesitated, clutching her note. "Please, sir, my father, enough," he barked. The note crumpled in his fist. The girl's eyes glistened as she stepped back toward the glaring daylight. Outside, she sat on the curb, staring at her reflection in the glass. The laughter inside continued, muffled through the walls. Minutes dragged by. The little girl, Maya, hugged her purse tightly. A server stepped out, placing a silver tray on the trash bin. Their eyes met, then quickly looked away. On that tray, a small napkin read, "Sorry." Her stomach growled softly. A gust of wind lifted the corner of her crumpled note, revealing a neat signature, "Reserved for Mr. Carter, 12:30. She picked it up, smoothing it carefully, though tears blurred her eyes. A man in a business suit passed by, glanced at her, then kept walking. Inside, the manager's laughter boomed. Imagine thinking a little girl could afford this place. His co-workers chuckled awkwardly. "Atlanta's got to teach manners somewhere," he said smugly. Across the street, traffic slowed. A quiet hum grew louder, the sound of engines, synchronized and powerful. If this happened to you, what would you do? Would you still walk away quietly, or wait for justice to find its way back? The manager poured wine for a couple and spotted Maya still sitting outside through the window. "She's still there," he scoffed. "Unbelievable." A guest frowned. "Maybe someone should check on her." He shrugged. "Not our problem." But then, the sound of engines stopped right outside. Heads turned. 9 sleek Porsche cars lined the curb in perfect formation. Doors opened in sync, and from the first car stepped a man in a dark suit, his presence commanding. He wasn't angry, just calm, steady, like someone used to being obeyed. "Maya," he called softly. The girl stood, eyes wide. "Dad," she ran to him, clutching his hand. He knelt beside her. "Did he treat you kindly?" She shook her head. The manager stormed out, suddenly sweating. "Sir, this area's for guests only." He froze mid-sentence as he noticed the crest on the man's suit, Carter Holdings. His voice faltered. "Mr. Carter?" "Yes," the man said quietly. "You just threw my daughter out of her own restaurant." Silence crashed over the street. Waiters peeked through the windows. The manager's face drained of color. I didn't know, sir, I thought." "You thought wrong," Carter replied evenly. "You saw her skin before her name." He looked toward Maya. "What do you think we should do, sweetheart?" Maya hesitated. "Can we just eat inside, Dad?" Carter smiled softly. "Of course." He turned to the stunned crowd. Everyone else can finish their lunch outside. This place needs to learn where respect begins. He walked past the frozen manager, holding the door for his daughter. Oh, and one more thing, he said over his shoulder. Have HR send me your resignation before dessert. Inside, Maya sat by the window where she'd been turned away, her reflection now shining in the sunlight. The same napkin that once said, "Sorry," lay on her table, folded neatly beside a plate of warm bread. She smiled and whispered, "It's okay." Outside, the sign Belmont Grill flickered, as if ashamed.